Hey everyone, welcome back to Satisfactory News, and we finally have some actual news. Update 6 is coming in June, and Coffee Stain has been sharing some details. When the update was first announced and the new Spire Coast was shown off, I didn't think it was enough to make a whole video for this channel, but now that we've learned more about this exploration update, it is definitely time. This update is proving to be much larger than we've been led to believe. So first of all, let's start with a recap of the Spire Coast. For those that don't know, the Spire Coast is up here, and it looks like this. It's a pretty barren area currently, and it's a great spot to build an oil production facility due to its many oil nodes and its large flat surface. In Update 6, that is all changing. The area is finally getting a unique look with a ton of detail, and it looks awesome. But this is going to impact factories, as the area is being rebuilt pretty much from scratch. So you'll definitely want to move your factories out of that area and into a new one, or remove your current factory and rebuild it again in the Spire Coast once the new design is in the game, because some of the nodes will move and there's going to be a lot more terrain that wasn't where it was before. But we're not just getting physical map changes. The theme of Update 6 is exploration, and there are some awesome upgrades to the map and to weapons, both of which have needed some serious work to feel like finished products. For starters, the map is going to take up more space on the screen when you open it, and it will be entirely unlocked during the tutorial. Previously, the map was unlocked later in the game, and you could only unveil parts of it by exploring areas or putting down radar towers. Now, you'll get the whole map revealed from the beginning of the game, which should help a lot with planning. There are now also coordinates on the map, which may be useful for communicating about precise locations. Beacons are being removed because they were so clunky, and their functionality has been moved to the map. You can now leave a marker anywhere on the map, give it some text, choose an icon for it, and much more. Probably the most useful feature is selecting how far away you can be for them to show up on your compass. It can be pretty annoying seeing every marker on your compass at once, so this feature will let you turn off all of your reminders you have in your base while you're out exploring, so you can keep your HUD clutter-free. As part of this update, any existing beacons you have physically on the map will disappear in the world and be replaced on the map with these new markers. Beacons will still exist in the game due to an alternate recipe, but if you place one on the ground, they will disappear and turn into a marker, thus wasting the materials you used to build it. Just use the map. In terms of recipes, they're going to be changing current recipes that utilize beacons. Either the recipe is going to change, or beacons will just be removed from that recipe. So things like ammo and vehicles will be different in Update 6. You'll also be able to add stamps to the map. These are like the markers, but smaller. They're intended to be for small reminders like marking a berry bush or a cave. You can add them through the map or in-game by holding Alt and right-click. While markers maintain their size when you zoom in and out on the map, stamps will scale with the map. They also won't show up on your compass, but they can show up in-game if you hold the Alt key while walking by them. For both markers and stickers, you can highlight them on the map to generate a ping that reaches to the sky and can be seen all across the map. This will make it super easy to navigate to your markers in the game. The only concern people have had about this feature is in terms of verticality. It's unknown currently how easy or hard it will be to identify whether a marker is on top of a mountain or in a cave underneath it. So now that the whole map will be revealed near the start of the game, radar towers seem more useless than normal, and that's why radar towers are drastically changing in this update. Rather than revealing the map, they will show what is within the radius of that tower. This includes valuable collectibles like power slugs and hard drives, as well as what kinds of animals and plants can be found in the region. Probably the best feature is that they'll reveal all of the resource nodes in that area, what type and purity they are, and whether you have a miner on them or not. You can also filter the map by all of these criteria and more to only see what you absolutely want to see. It's great to see that Satisfactory is implementing something that we've been using Satisfactory Calculator for all this time. We all love that website, but having these features in the game and on the map is going to be so nice. Next, we're on to the brand new weapons. All three of the main weapon types are getting new ammos that will make the shooting aspects of the game a little more useful. The main general change is that the rifle is getting an upgrade. Its magazine size is going from 10 to 15 with standard ammo, and the stack sizes of all of the ammo types in your inventory are much larger. Now there's quite a few updates here, so I'm just going to run through the new ammo types super quick. Let's start with the new ammo for the rebar gun. Stun rebar. This ammo type temporarily freezes an enemy. Shadow rebar. This ammo turns the rebar gun into a shotgun. The damage isn't any different, but you may deal less damage if not all of the pellets hit their targets. Explosive rebar. This ammo causes an explosion on hit and deals extra damage. Now let's go to the rifle. Turbo ammo. This ammo upgrades you to a magazine size of 75 and turns the rifle into a machine gun that ramps up in speed the longer you hold down the trigger. Homing ammo. The homing ammo has bullets that track towards targets even if you don't aim directly at them. Lastly, here is the new ammo type for the Nobelisk detonator. Pulse Nobelisk. The Pulse Nobelisk doesn't deal damage, but it does generate a shockwave. This can be used to get a boost to a jump or knock an enemy off of a cliff. Cluster Nobelisk. This Nobelisk type starts with an explosion like the normal Nobelisk, then creates a cluster of smaller explosions around it. Nuke Nobelisk. That's right, nuclear weapons are here! This Nobelisk is essentially just a larger version of the regular explosive one. It will likely be constructed with nuclear materials, but it's not known if it will create radiation or if it's just a physically larger explosion that deals more damage. A few additional quality of life updates are coming as well, and were shown in these recent videos. One of the most useful is a new addition to the codex that lets you see more details about recipes and how overclocking in different machines will affect those recipes. The normal solution was to build a production building, overclock it, and run it, which was cumbersome to say the least. This is a great change for sure. The to-do list will also be expanded to include a notes section, which will feature both private notes and public notes that will be visible to other players. And you know it's going to say like and subscribe. It also supports text formatting like bolding or changing the text color to orange. What everyone is understandably most excited about is the addition of multiple equipment slots. No longer will we be chained down by only being able to use one equipment at a time. We now will have access to a head slot, back slot, leg slot, and body slot all at once. This means that theoretically you could use the gas mask, radiation suit, jetpack, and blade runners all at the same time. Related to equipment is another quality of life update that we've been asking for ever since the game launched, which is the ability to sheath your hand slot. Yes, amazing, perfect. This is all we ever needed. Mic drop. Okay, that's all the updates we have for this video. There are some more little treats sprinkled throughout Coffee Stain's videos, so be sure to watch their recent uploads to get the full picture. But thank you for watching our roundup. Stay tuned for more coverage of Update 6 news as it comes out, and of course, a deeper dive once the update comes out in June. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.